Minority Report. Was that the movie with Tom Cruise?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That intro reminds me of that. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. We're back and got some stories this hour. Brooke has finally hit all 50 states. She went to the Field of Dreams. Ben was something happened while he was body surfing in San Diego. Let's just say he found one of those nude beaches. And Brooke, you saw Top Gun over the weekend.
I did. I liked it.
It's weird going to a movie while you're on vacation. I'm always reluctant because it's like, well, I can go to a movie when I'm bored at home, but
I can't.
You can't go to a movie. Yeah.
And by the way, my flight got delayed.
Okay.
So I had a lot. But no, I don't think I've ever been to a movie on vacation before. But now I'm like, I just want to.
You know what else happens to me is in the summertime, we'd be set to go to a movie.
Here we'll do it.
Yeah. And, but if it's about to rain or a storm is rolling in, I'm like,
yeah.
I can see a movie anytime, but it's about to rain. How often do we get to see that? So, anywho, I went up north and hung out with my kids, and they had all their friends up in Munns Park, and they did a golf tournament, Father's Day golf tournament, which I don't play golf enough now to be any good. I'm terrible. Ben, you and I have played in the last couple of years.
I played Friday night.
Oh, you played with your boys over in San Diego.
Yeah.
Did you play any better than we went out with Joe Brown?
I did. It's weird.
It is weird.
I dread it, and I'm like, I suck so bad. I don't want to play. I play okay.
More on that in just a second. Brooke, backsell this.
Fist in the air, Tim.
Yes.
Till you can't. Cody Johnson, 1025 KNIX.
Take it. Let's see. Can I finally take it? The TBB Draft. We'll find out in a minute. We're going to pick our worst fashion trends. We're all so fashionable and hip and chic here on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Worst fashion trends. TBB Draft is next. 1025 KNIX. No way. We are international now. Samantha's checking us out from Mexico.
See.
And Simbo, I saw you were in Chicago.
Yeah, had a friend in from Disneyland.
Oh, yeah. I got to show you these. Simbo sent me this. Let's see here. I meant to pull this up already. Must be doing something right. Shimbo. All right. 22. Oh. Nope.
Nope.
Baby. They make this too hard to do quickly. So anyway, Ben, you were golfing with your boys. You were in San Diego. It's just you're having fun. You don't care. You're not. And so I like playing golf like that.
Well, this was a par 3 course, Mission Bay golf course, and
I've played
Mission Beach.
Exactly what you're talking about.
It was a par 3 under the lights.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like a public course. It was like like a combination of goofy golf and regular golf. It seemed like it was a blast. We had a great time.
So I'm in this tournament yesterday. It's in Munns Park, so it's 70 degrees. It's beautiful and it's fun. It's my kids and all their friends, and but I'm so bad at it. And what's funny is it's like I told the guys I'm playing with, I go, I was never really good at golf, but I was not embarrassing like I am right now. And but I just don't have the time to play. But still, it would be like you can't sing, but you go to a karaoke bar and try singing for 5 hours. And that's what it felt like. 5 hours. I'm like, oh, God.
That's what I hate. That's why I always sign up for 9 holes.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to play like, no, man, we're playing 18. God, can I just play 9 and you play 18?
Yeah, I mean, we had a good time. It was fun. Yes. All right. Time for the draft. You got the sponsor. Right.
Tim and Brooke are drafting. Play along and pick one of the 3 topics they decide to choose. Tim and Brooke are drafting. Play along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Brought to you by my friends at Level 5 Lighting.
Okay, drafting fashion trends we hope never come back. Take it away, Barrel Boy.
Ben, you have the first pick.
All right, this one is, I think it's kind of on the way out, but I think it's still around. The man bun.
Oh, you took my first one.
Man bun.
All right.
All right, Tim.
Well, you took my number 1 pick. I'm going to go with men's capri pants.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, that should not be a thing.
Yeah.
All right, Brooke.
All right. I think we all know where I'm going. But baggy, tons of pockets, cargo shorts. I'm not talking about 1 or 2 pockets that are fitted. I'm talking about ones back in the day from Abercrombie that hit your shin.
Hey, on our stream, I'm going to show this picture. We've got Jim Sim, who watches and is part of the show always. He works at Disney. He snapped a pic of a famous person in cargo shorts at Disneyland.
Oh, they're coming back.
Yeah.
Cargo shorts are back.
I'm going to show that and see if you guys can tell who it is.
Okay.
Brian doesn't have to go shopping. He's already got a whole closet full.
All right, with my first pick, I'm going to take Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy.
Man.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then with my second pick, I am going to take acid wash jeans.
Acid wash.
Yeah. They came back too, but I don't think they're out again.
They're horrible.
Ugh.
All right, Brooke.
All right. I'm going to go with, there's so many. But I think for me, because I am 5'10 and I have athletic shoulders, shoulder pads would just be, I'd look like a lineman. I don't think that would be a good thing for me.
Designing women.
Yeah. That's
all right,
funny.
Tim, you're up.
Okay. Sandals with socks.
My dad's going to call in very soon and be upset by that.
Around the house, though, it's so comfortable. You know you do it.
He goes to dinner and Top Gun in these things.
Yeah.
Each their own. All right, Ben, you have your second and your third pick.
Okay. I'm going to keep it in the pants department on these 2. Skinny jeans for men and mom jeans.
Wow.
Which I know is going to upset a lot of people because mom jeans are still a thing. And a lot of people still wear them, but I'm just, they're not flattering. I'm just saying.
Okay. Tim?
It's tough. And and again, I don't want to offend anybody in our internet department, but jeans with holes in them.
Oh, I wear jeans with holes in them.
That's cool. What are you talking about?
Come on, Tim. Are you like my dad? Every single time I go home, is that radio station not paying you enough money that where you can't get some pants without holes?
Yeah, back in the day, you used to actually get a hole in your jeans from Time, but now you can buy them with holes.
In my day, we went to the supermarket, we got an iron-on patch, and we fixed those darn things.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy.
You. All right, Brooke.
Okay, I am going to go with, I'm going to say the velour suits with juicy on the butt. Writing, any type of writing on the butt. I was guilty of
So
this.
we're saying, what are we saying it is?
Velour tracksuit.
Velour tracksuits.
Juicy on your butt. It's got to have something across, like writing on the. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go hairstyle. And no offense to any women out there, but as a guy who grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, women's, I guess you would call them the sausage bangs, where they like rolled out the bangs that were like. They like curled out. They call them like sausage bangs or whatever. Yeah. And then they would like hairspray them to where they were like concrete. That was a look that was just bad.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right. Those are our picks. We're going to have them posted up on our Instagram at KNX Country in just a few minutes. You'll have all day to vote on them, and we'll see who won the draft, the Tim Benbrook draft of the worst fashion trends by this time tomorrow morning. All right. Coming up in just a couple songs here. Brooke's going to tell us about visiting the Field of Dreams, and now she's hit all 50 states. She's done it. Okay.
Tim and Brooke are drafting.
Did I fill in my last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. There's a new feature in our StreamYard. We can have now background music.
What are our choices?
Acoustic cinematic.
I'd like to hear that.
Dance pop. No. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to try harder than that. Let me show you this. Okay, this is at Disneyland, and this is one of those Disneyland ambassadors walking around a celebrity. Can you see us rocking the cargo shorts, Brooke? Ben?
Is that Mick Foley?
No,
Mick Foley.
is that Christian Bale?
That's Christian Bale.
Jeez. Wow.
I love Christian Bale.
I do too.
I think he's great in pretty much everything. Even when he melted down on Batman set.
Was he there with kids?
Let's see.
Didn't look like it. Oh yeah, he is. I see the kid.
Yeah, maybe there's a kid behind there, like a teenager or something. The only famous person I've seen at Disneyland, aside from like when we were there broadcasting, when they opened like the Hollywood part of California Adventure, I saw just, wandering around with his family, was Patrick Warburton, the guy who played Putty. And he's also the flight attendant in Soarin' Over California, who comes out and tells you to, stow your items, etc. I like that guy.
I saw Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what we got here. Yeah, you know it. Remember on Snake Oil, I had cargo socks. When you run out of pockets in your shorts, pockets in your socks. Oh, you weren't actually there.
Pocket in your socks.
You fooled me.
Good morning, Jill. Johnny D.
Hey,
Bindi.
Hope everybody had a good break from us.
How long did it Jill said, how long did it take to visit all 50 states?
Pretty much your whole life.
Yeah, my whole life. I mean, I didn't start consciously doing it.
Okay.
I didn't start consciously doing it until, I don't know, 4 years ago, because I realized like, oh, wow, I've been to a lot of states. It's easier when you grow up on the East Coast and you go to school in New England. You can hit 5 states in one day in New England. And then East Coast, I grew up, and honestly, I had the whole East knocked out by the time I was, I don't know, in 19. So
God, there's so many I haven't been to.
not on the East, though. You've probably been to all the East Coast, right?
No,
I saw your
because
pictures.
I grew up in the Southeast, so we never went north.
Oh, I went to school in Rhode Island. So.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw your pictures from Duluth.
Oh man,
pretty.
so
Did you get
beautiful.
carried away by mosquitoes ever?
Oh, Beryl was not lying about those. I basically took a shower in bug spray every morning, but it was worth it. It was so beautiful.
Speaking of bugs, I know it rained here. Do you guys get flies? Last night there was 100 flies. I got the salt gun out. Is it just me or is it you?
Were you outside, Ben?
No, inside. Like my kitchen is swarming with flies.
Okay, this not trying to say you're not a clean person,
Mm-hmm.
but I had the same thing happen to me.
Yeah.
And somebody suggested they're like, have you like run the garbage disposal cleaner? You know, like drop that tablet in there and clean the garbage disposal.
Yeah.
They're like, because like the garbage disposal chops food up, but they're like, it splatters it all against the sides.
Ah.
And they're like, you can get like gunk in there where it gets gross and flies come from that.
Oh, so are they coming up through the
I don't know. And I'll be honest, I went on Amazon, I ordered those little tablet things, dropped them in there, did it twice, my flies went away.
Ooh, thank you.
And then only other thing I was going to suggest if you're outside, a lot of people don't clean their barbecue grills.
Yeah,
no, those things are fly magnets. Like you get barbecue sauce that drips over or something like that, and they just grow flies.
I was sitting on my buddy Foo's back patio. We're just sitting there having a beer. Out of the corner of my eye, I see something. A rat was in his barbecue grill.
Oh no!
A rat.
It's not uncommon.
Oh yeah, they love it's like gas lines. They love.
Really?
And yes, I did dip my toe in Lake Superior, freezing.
All right, you're teasing here.
Ben, backsell damn straight.
All right.
Are we teasing?
Damn straight. New Scotty McCreery. I guess George takes that's a compliment, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scotty.
All right. Well, we had a few days off. Most of us went somewhere. Ben was in San Diego. I went up north. Brooke actually went to heaven, and she'll tell you about her visit there in two songs. It's 102.5 KNIX and the iHeartRadio app.
Yeah, Ben told me. Well, this is what I like when people say, I knew Oregon was going to be beautiful, right? People say, oh, the coast of Oregon's beautiful. The hiking's beautiful. I knew it was going to be beautiful. But I love it when people are like, oh, Iowa's your last state. Have fun. Good luck. And Ben's like, oh, it's so flat. A bunch of nothing. It was not the case. It wasn't even flat. It's rolling hills and like beautiful. So I love when I get surprised.
Tell them about the corn.
Oh, yeah. The corn at the Field of Dreams was like up to my ankles. And I'm expecting, you know, the tall corn that the ghosts come out of. And so I posted on my Instagram, and we had like 20 people from Iowa listen to the show. And they're like, don't you know it's knee high by 4th of July? I'm like, no, I did not know that. No. So when the movie was filmed, obviously they were like 6 feet tall.
One, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, knee high by the 4th of July. That's like but it's funny. It's like you wouldn't know that in the Southeast, but like
that's like everyone's like, you don't know that? No,
because
what's the rule of thumb for alfalfa?
Funny is out here, corn, would grow faster. It's all about like, I grew up in a family that grew a lot of corn, so it's all about like air temperature has to get to a certain thing, and then your soil temperature has to get to a certain thing, and like when it deep freezes back there, you can plant, but like the ground's still dang cold. It needs to get warm, you need the right air temperature, you need the right night temperatures, and that doesn't happen until after the 4th of July.
Well, they were filming, they had to be done filming by August, so the corn was they needed it to grow, so they were about to import fake silk corn from South Korea, but then they went to the local,
because once the corn's ready to come off, that field, that's money to that farmer. And the faster you get it off, the faster you can sell it because the price of corn goes down as their demand goes away. So the sooner your corn's done and off and combined and dried and at the mill.
But they had to go to the fire station, fill up the fire truck, and water it to make sure it grew.
I think I'd heard that. Yeah.
And then Kevin Costner had to stand on platforms because the corn got
Oh yeah, I think you were telling me that.
Yeah.
So
we should do a whole podcast. Hold on. Yeah, we should do a whole podcast about all these behind the scenes stuff today.
Yeah. So in the Midwest, the saying is knee high by the 4th of July. Because it's so sunny and warm here in the winter months, when they grow corn, like out in Chandler and in the East Valley, it's up to your private parts by the end of March. That's the saying here.
I've never been to Iowa. I just kind of have a preconceived notion of what it would be like. But I remember we asked Granger Smith, like, what's the coolest state you've been to? Because, you're traveling all over the place. And he said Iowa. He's like,
really?
Like out the bus window, you look at the rolling hills, and it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. You can ask me what my favorite state was. Yes, Bendy, I saw the world's largest 6-pack of beer.
Okay.
I stopped and saw that. I mean, not everyone can say that.
Which is just a short 6 hours away.
I mean, who can say they've seen the largest ball of twine, the largest 6-pack, the most
Willie and I chained ourselves to the world's second largest ball of barbed wire that they were going to get rid of in Chandler. We tried to save it.
Did you?
Sadly, no.
How long did you have to?
I mean, we did it for about 90 minutes and we got bored. And then if it had been today, we'd have glued ourselves to it.
Well, listen, this trip was much better than the Kansas, Nebraska, because I didn't have to trade Advil PM for
your life.
My life.
Yeah.
What's prettier, Iowa, Kansas, or Nebraska?
You need a pause.
Oh, Iowa by far. Kansas is flat. I think you're mixing up. Iowa's not flat.
Yeah,
Kansas
I was
is
thinking Iowa's like Kansas.
No. I mean, at least on the eastern part, it's not. Maybe on the western part, it is.
Kansas has some rolling hills.
Kansas is pretty flat.
But Kansas was like,
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's probably why we did not save it.
I've seen some weird things, I'm
just looking at Iowa.
Remember the Windows 95 background? Remember back in the day, your screensaver, the Windows 95?
Yeah.
That's what Iowa looks like.
The OG K&I Secret Show. Jason Aldean. We're up to number 10. You're going to win your tickets coming up straight up 8 o'clock listening to KNIX. And we'll fill you in on all the other times today that you can win Secret Show tickets listening to KNIX and the iHeart Radio app. Well, Brooke wasn't technically in heaven, but you were in a place where Kevin Costner asks in the movie Field of Dreams, is this heaven?
No, it's Iowa.
It's Iowa.
And he was right. Iowa was my 50th state. So I did it. Wow. I completed all 50 states. This was a goal of mine. And my last two, Minnesota and Iowa. And that's where I went this weekend.
Yeah. And so this was your first trip without Bo Baby, right? Or without, like, first time you've gone adventuring since you've been married and like pandemic and the baby and everything.
Yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit later, how Brian did and how it went. But I mean, I feel like I've been so lucky to see so many things. The largest 6-pack of beer I saw on this trip in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I've seen the biggest ball of twine. I mean, the things I've seen are so cool.
So this trip you hit Minnesota and Iowa.
Yeah, North Shore of Minnesota, beautiful. I mean, you just look at my Instagram at @KNIXBrooke. I mean, just the weather was great. Beryl wasn't joking about the mosquitoes though. I took a shower and bug spray every morning.
Wow.
But it was awesome. Then I drove down to the Field of Dreams in Iowa. This was on my bucket list forever. Now it is in the middle of nowhere, but that's what makes it so cool.
Yeah.
Like it is just, it's Dyersville, Iowa, nothing for miles. And you get to the field and you see the house that Kevin Costner lived in the movie. And then you take a tour. It was one of the coolest things ever. And there used to be 65,000 visitors a year.
Yeah.
But now because of the MLB stadium they built in the game, they get over 360.
Does it still feel like it's out in the middle of nowhere, or does it feel like a entertainment complex now?
Okay, so this is what I want to say. I think I got there in the right time, right before it turns into something. Because the MLB stadium was over here, but it was pretty far away from the actual field. There's a little barn and there's like a little hot dog stand. But then they had this huge screen of the plans that they had for it. It was $80 million plan.
Oh, yeah.
And I get it. Everyone wants to make money and it will be good for the people of Iowa, jobs, but it like destroys the magic. They have plans to build a hotel and restaurants and 12 baseball fields and make it a complex.
Yeah, boo.
And I'm thinking, man, that's not the magic.
Hey, if you build it, they will come.
Well, a lot of them will come, but I just feel that it might lose the magic of it being the middle of nowhere in the corn.
You're a person, Brooke, that likes to go to famous, iconic places that from movies, you know, things that were in TV shows or movies. And you said they did a good job of like exploiting that with a tour and talking about all the little behind the scenes stories from Field of Dreams and stuff like that.
So I want you guys to guess how much the guy during filming, they moved him to a hotel and they used his house. Well, he still lived there till 2012 and then he sold it. Guess how much?
He sold that house for $500,000.
I'm going to say $2 million.
$3.6 million.
Whoa.
Pretty cool. And he was there because he was celebrating his 80th birthday.
Oh, really?
He was like in the barn celebrating.
Wow.
And the other cool thing is, you know, the ghost players that come out of the corn?
Yeah.
Well, they just took local extras, local baseball players from Iowa.
Huh.
And one guy's still there throwing out pitches to the kids dressed in the White Sox uniform.
That would be me.
He's about 75. And I took a picture with him. And he just is soaking it all in and loves it. And by the way, really good pitcher.
Okay. Did Ty Cobb show up?
He didn't.
None of us liked him when he was alive anyway.
No, he didn't show up. But it was so cool.
Of all 50 states, you've been to all of them. What's your favorite?
So that's hard to say. Everyone asked me that because Alaska was beautiful, but I wouldn't want to live there, right?
Right.
So here's my top 3 states that I love that I wasn't expecting to love. That I said, oh, I'm going to Iowa. And like Ben says, have fun.
Yeah.
South Dakota, Iowa, and Kentucky. I was not expecting.
Whoa.
No, I'm telling you, I was not expecting to love these states, and they're beautiful. I love Iowa.
Coming up this morning, Ben went nude surfing. You'll want to stay tuned for that around 7:50. And then also, Brooke is going to talk about her first time. Kind of the highlights of this vacation had nothing to do with where she was.
Right. And then the telephone call I got from Brian.
We're here for you on this Monday. It's Tim, Ben, and Brooke on 102.5 KNIX.
Kentucky. I lived in Kentucky. I'm surprised you'd say Kentucky.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. These are states these aren't my top, like, okay, Oregon is so beautiful, but everyone knows that and everyone's expecting that. These are states that people go, oh, the Dakotas, really? Kentucky? Why are you going there? These are like, I like when the expectations are low and then you see it and you're like, oh, wow.
Lexington is gorgeous with the white fences and the horse
I love
properties.
Louisville.
I didn't like Louisville. Louisville's
But have you been in the past 20 years?
No.
Okay, because it's made a little comeback. Oh, Iowa just.
Where's the house they filmed Twister?
Is that in Iowa too? Trudy, I was on the east side. How is it on the west? Is it flat there? Like I was in Cedar Rapids and stuff.
Yeah, because I'm looking at pictures, images of Iowa, and it kind of looks like I thought. Boring.
Well, I
No.
think
Kinda
from Des
flat, looks like
Moines
Kansas.
to the west, it flattens out.
Okay.
Then you run into the plains, Nebraska. And
Okay. So
Nebraska is flat.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, then you should go to the east side of Iowa because it
Okay.
was gorgeous.
You know,
Okay.
a little bit like Texas. The western half of Texas, at least on I-10, flat as a pancake. And then you hit, past Houston, and it starts to turn into rolling hills. It's really pretty. But, man, West Texas, donde los yikes.
But yeah, if you're trying to go to Iowa, party, and like go to a big city, no, you go there for its beauty and like
Let's see. I'm
American feel.
Googleifying where.
Oh yeah, looking at eastern Iowa. Yeah, that's some hills. Kind of looks like Tennessee.
Like then I'm going through these little small towns in Iowa. It's
Yeah.
Saturday morning. Like dads are out in their yard throwing baseball with their kids. Like
They're having a catch.
yeah, it was just so like
Yeah, no, I get it. That's cool.
Okay.
You're right. Every state has different, like Tennessee, Memphis, West Tennessee, ugly.
yeah, Memphis is not great.
Middle Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee, gorgeous.
The house from Twister, and this is from one of your favorite sites, Roadside America.
Oh yeah.
All the little attractions. The Twister house was in Eldora, Iowa, but it's closed.
Let's see. Eldora, Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never hung in San Antonio, but I've driven through. But like Austin's kind of interesting.
Love Austin. Oh, that wasn't too far. Man, I wish I would have known. I would have driven there.
We drove home from Chicago through, Des Moines and Omaha, and but we hit Nebraska. I could have just put a brick on the accelerator, locked the steering wheel down, took a nap, straight and flat.
But people always ask me my least favorite, and I hate answering that because, like, I didn't go to every inch of the state. So, like, maybe I missed a really awesome part,
Well, you go to Minnesota. Most people will just hang out in Minneapolis, St. Paul, but you go to Duluth.
I would not hang out in Minnesota
Thank you, Jennifer.
or in Minneapolis. No, someone's house is afloat.
Oh, that's the other thing. That's in Yellowstone.
Great. I'm headed to Yellowstone in a couple weeks.
They had the terrible flooding up there. Oh, I was in Muds Park, just south of Flagstaff, and it was raining on Saturday. Oh, so good.
So, what is the scenic Alaska's for scenic beauty? Would be Alaska.
Oh yeah.
Well, wait
And
till you enjoy Montana.
Yeah. I'm so.
I mean,
excited.
Alaska is like beautiful mountains with the ocean up against them. It's hard to beat.
Yeah.
And like everything's huge and like a
But
moose and
yeah, but I was really taken with Nebraska.
when that moose took a dive in the lake, that was I couldn't believe I didn't know moose dove. That was quite something.
Ben backs out
30
this
seconds.
thing.
.1025 KNIX, Jody Messina with an all-time favorite. Heads Carolina, tails Minnesota.
That's kind of how Brooke ended up here, I think.
Yeah.
But so your big trip was just you, nobody else. Brian didn't go with you. The baby wasn't there. And so the things you saw, like the Field of Dreams, weren't the best part of the vacation, were they?
Not always, because I think the best part was on the weekend I finished a whole cup of coffee. I was able to sit in bed in a hotel room by myself and finish the cup of coffee and eat my breakfast without running around like crazy. It was really nice. The first night, I just was like, this is the best thing ever. And then the second night, Brian sent me a video of bedtime routine. And I did cry a little bit.
Yeah.
I missed him. I missed him so much. And my flight got delayed yesterday, so I haven't seen him yet. Like, my heart hurts.
Didn't you sneak in and look at him when you got home last night?
Well, I looked at him, but I didn't get to like see him and play with him and, you know, laugh with him and stuff.
A lot of moms in that similar situation would just woke the kid up and been like, the heck with it. I've been away from you for a few days.
Oh no, you don't wake up the potato. you don't do that.
Isn't it true Brian took little potato to a Diamondback game?
Yeah, and then I see Brian, and I have to give credit where credit's due. Brian is a 10 out of 10 dad. He took him to a Diamondbacks game by himself. I was very shocked by that.
Okay. Yeah. Now when did he go to the Diamondbacks game?
It was yesterday.
Okay. So it was Father's Day.
Yeah.
So this is Brian's first shot at being a dad, and you're out of town. You're out walking around through the cornfield of Iowa. And so how was his Father's Day without you to, give him a card?
We celebrated earlier. Like, he golfed on Mother's Day, whatever. We celebrated earlier. But he took him to a Diamondbacks game. And it's funny because Brian knows the routine. He knows what time Bo's supposed to nap. He knows how many ounces he gets. He knows how to put him to bed. He's such a good dad. He just doesn't know where anything is.
Okay.
Like, his stuff, and he calls me and asks me. But this is the call that I get on the way home from the Diamondbacks game. Hey, we had a great time at the game, but Bo missed his nap. What do I do? So I said, all right, don't worry. Here's what you do. Are you home? Yeah, I just got home. Go into the kitchen, open the refrigerator, grab 3 beers and drink them because he's going to act like a crazy gremlin until bedtime. And that's all you can do.
That may be the most brilliant thing you've ever said, Brooke.
Good luck.
That's great. He will never let you leave him home alone again, probably.
No, he can do it and he did a great job, but I miss him so much. It like hurts my heart, and I can't wait to go home today and see him.
Well, good stories. We're all glad to be back together again, but it was fun to kind of go out and travel here, there, and everywhere. Ben was over there in San Diego, and he was body surfing. It was like, knock, knock. Who's there? Not Ben Swim Trunks.
Oh, I hope there's no photos on his Instagram.
7:55, you'll hear about it. And right after, we'll give you tickets to Kay and Ike's Secret Show number 10. You're clear. You can cough. Yeah, going to switch this over to 3.
Okay.
Check.
And okay. All right, Ben, we're in 3. You there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Brooke, backsell as good as I once was. And we'll get to Ben's story here. All right, here we go.
Toby Keith, 102.5 KNIX, today's best country and all-time favorites.
Secret Show tickets in less than 5 minutes. Ben went to San Diego with the boys. Just you and the boys, right?
Just me, Parker, and Colin. Just had a dude's trip, and it was fun. Had a great time. The weather was so nice. I didn't want to come home.
It's too easy. It's easy to be a zonie over there on the beaches of San Diego, Mission Beach, Pacific Beach. But what happened there when you went? Brooke was talking actually about famous nude beaches in America, and one of them was in San Diego. And we were teasing you like, hey, Ben, are you going to go hang out at the nude beach with your sons? That would be weird.
It wasn't intentional, but it turned into that.
What happened?
Well, within 15 minutes of getting there, it's like, let's go to the beach. Let's go body surfing, get some buggy boards. So we went out there, and we're boogie boarding, and the waves in California, I forgot how big they are.
Whoa.
I mean, they are huge. And one knocked me for a loop, and I did not have my swim trunks on tight enough.
Oh.
And I'm not kidding. I rolled. That thing spit me out,
Yeah.
you know.
I've had that happen.
Yeah. And the shorts came off. I'm not even kidding. Literally off of my body. That's how
Wow.
big the wave was.
So did you find them in the ocean?
I yelled for Parker, who was about 20 feet beyond me. You know, he's in the deep water. I'm like, Parker, come get my shorts. They fell. He's like, what? Come get my bathing suit.
Yes.
I had to wait for my bathing suit to wash up on the shore. And that took about 5 to 10 minutes. But he's up there, like, you know, playing catch with the ocean for my swim trunks. Finally, they came.
Yeah.
Boy.
So were you laying in the surf, beached like a whale, with your moon just hanging out with
I was,
everything else buried in the sand?
No, I was about 5 feet in water. Yeah. So luckily, I was deep enough where nobody caught a glimpse of my nether region.
Lifeguards released a warning and got everybody out of the ocean for the fear of the sea serpents.
The Coast Guard's on it.
Hey, the Kraken.
Be careful down there. Somebody's swim shorts are coming to shore. Oh, it was embarrassing.
Only you, Ben.
Yeah.
Did you get pictures?
No, we don't need those.
We don't.
Then it didn't happen, Brooke.
Okay.
1025 KNIX, the iHeartRadio app. Hang on for your KNIX Secret Show tickets. Amazing.
One more night.
Well, there you go. Surf's up, buns out.
Man, I'm telling you. And you know, when you're in that ocean water, you know, it's like shrinkage.
Yeah, I love the ocean in, you know, San Diego and LA because it's cold. But I tried swimming in the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's just warm bath water.
Yeah, San Diego's pretty good. The seaweed, there's a lot of seaweed. I don't know why there's seaweed. Boom.
There it is. All right. We're going to sign off a little bit early because we're going to do Fox 10. And thank you guys for being there.
Yeah.
Even from Mexico, and a lot of people have the day off today for Juneteenth, but we appreciate you. All right. We'll see you back here bright and early.